Hello everyone, I just wanted to welcome all of you officially to my channel. My name is Ashley and I'm hoping to be able to post more videos of me painting and drawing, lots of just sped up processes. I do generally take a long time to paint and draw, so this particular video you're seeing right now is sped up like 400% for most of the videos, so most of my videos will just have voiceovers over them as opposed to me talking while I paint, just because I do take so long. I don't want you to have to sit through an hour of a video. But anyways, this here I am doing a watercolor painting of a lion. This is for a Draw This in Your Style challenge that was on Instagram. I will post the original artist down below and you can see my Instagram account on the screen here. Feel free to go ahead and check that out. I do have a lot of pieces like this. They are watercolor pieces of animals. Typically I do more colorful backgrounds. This one has a very neutral background, which is pretty unusual for what I do. But the original image did have kind of that neutral brown, so this background is just a burnt umber and what is the color? A deep green. They are the Arteza paints. You saw them just earlier in the video. And also on the background, once everything is very wet and saturated, I do throw on some coarse sea salt. That was that plastic tub that I showed earlier. That just gives the background some texture, which you'll be able to see in a moment once everything dries. And then here you see I'm just throwing in some of that green there. I did want something a little less of a neutral color just because that raw umber is very, very neutral. It's that neutral brown. I wanted to add in some extra cool tones into there just because the lion is going to be a very warm tone, kind of an orangey yellow color. I wanted something to contrast that, and hopefully it came across well. I do struggle a little bit with color theory. It's something I'm trying to get better with, so that's something I do hope I can get out of this YouTube channel, is maybe I can think a little bit more on what colors I'm choosing. And now you see I'm just kind of darkening up these colors just to get that background to really pop and not just fade into obscurity in the background. Just throwing a little extra salt on there, a little more watercolor on there, just darkening things, adding more of that green tones into there. And I do apologize as well for the awful lighting here. I generally use my office space and I sit by the window. However, as you will see in just a moment here, it is snowing really hard right now outside. Please note, it is October 29th and it is just snowing like this right now. So lighting is kind of hit and miss right now, but hopefully I can get this edited to the point where y'all can actually see what I'm doing. And as you can see here, I did let my background dry. This is what the background looks like after the salt is off and it just dries. Erase the pencil marks. These are the colors I'm using for the actual lion. And those colors, they are titanium white, yellow ochre, and burnt sienna. I mix those together quite a lot just because they make a really nice, warm, kind of a sandy color that I find works really well for desert animals in particular. It works really nice, and I know a lot of you watercolor artists are probably screaming that I said I use white watercolors, but it's just something I do like to do. I tend to like more of an opaque color in my pieces, and you'll see in the end it does work pretty well. I don't use it in all of them. I only use it with this kind of sandy color. Otherwise it just doesn't work out in my favor. It ends up being just a little bit of a muddy color otherwise, but I'm also not I don't usually work in watercolors. I'm very new to the medium. I mean, I use it a bit in like middle school, high school, stuff like that, but as far as actually enjoying it, I've only just started getting into watercolors. I bought this Arteza watercolor set in, oh man, I want to say just like 2 months ago, so I haven't had it for that long, and I've only had my Instagram art account since, oh man, I want to say June or early July of 2019, so still fairly new, but I've been really enjoying the medium. I like my textured backgrounds and just drawing animals. Animals have always been something that I enjoy. I do draw them quite often when I'm not drawing my original characters, so yeah, I don't know what else to say. So anytime I go silent, I'm just letting this music in the background play. If there's anything you want to hear from me or anything that does or doesn't work in my videos, like if the music is too loud, if my voice is too quiet, anything like that, let me know down in the comments just so I can know kind of what I'm doing. I'm fairly new to this kind of video editing. Normally I would just throw something into Windows Movie Maker and call it good, but I'm trying to be a little bit more professional than just Windows Movie Maker, so enjoy and let me know if there's anything else I can do differently. And right here, I did take a moment just to step back, add some extra details in just off camera, just because my camera only has a very limited battery life when it comes to actually filming. So you'll see I filled in the eyes and the mouth and the nose right here, but I wanted to finish everything else up on camera, just those little extra details, that extra color. And all of those details, specifically anything in that dark, just that black or the brown, I generally add those in with alcohol markers, and this Blick illustration marker is my usual go-to just because those are the only alcohol markers I currently own. I'm hoping to get some more, hopefully soon, just to help me here, but they do help with those kind of vivid colors that you can't get as easily with watercolors and those dark colors. And then here I just add in some extra shinies and highlights with my Sakura Jelly Roll pens. They just add some extra life to these animals, makes them look a little bit more alive and a little bit less like an illustration of sorts, I guess. I mean, they are illustrations, but hopefully they give them a little bit more of a personality than if I didn't add those in, so yeah. I tend to ramble, and I do apologize for that. But here you just see me kind of going over those last little details, adding that extra color in there, getting it a little bit darker. My reference image that I was using, the lioness's head, was considerably darker than the rest of her body, so I tried to reflect that a little bit in my painting. And then one of my favorite parts about painting felines is the whiskers. I love adding those in. It's really hard to see on camera, but I will be posting this to my Instagram within the next few days so that you can actually see some close-up images of those whiskers that I just absolutely adore drawing. And yeah, well, here is my finished piece. I'm just going to go ahead and get that signed. and then I'll just kind of give you a little quick look at it. Again, I'll post it on my Instagram within a few days, but thank you so much for watching, you guys, and let me know what you think. Give me a like, comment. If you want to see more of this, give a subscribe, and thank you so much.